Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had all your comadres smash that subscribe button, go ahead and have them smash it right now. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to all the patrons. I love you. Believe me when I tell you, you're the heartbeat of this channel and the only thing keeping this going. Stay tuned for your well-deserved shout out. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that link in the description below. This episode right here, man, the most dangerous people in the world. As we go into 2025, it is wild out there, man. Doesn't matter how old you are, what experience you have. You can see things are pretty spicy out there in the world, America, outside of America. I've had the misfortune and privilege around being around the most dangerous people in the world. Facts. In my time in the Army, my buddies, and working in a prison system with my partners in green and the inmate population. You see, it doesn't matter whether you're a good guy or you're a bad guy, quote unquote. The characteristics of a dangerous individual to me are all the same. Right. And I thought about what I could share with you guys coming up in 2025. I'm kind of going to veer away from the CDCR bullshit. For 2 years, if you ain't got the picture yet, you ain't got it, man. Figure it out. The most dangerous people I have come across are quiet, extremely quiet. Right? We've all heard the loudest guy in the room is the weakest guy. That's a fact. Okay, that's a fact and I got 20 years of experience. 20 years, 20 of dealing with dangerous people. Now, do all people have the potential to be dangerous? Yes. Do all people have the ability to inflict injuries on others and engage in violent activities? Yes, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones you got to watch out for. Here we go. Motherfuckers, try not to hit me hard in the morning, man. I have to thank him and then drink my cup of coffee. Absolutely fucking quiet, man. They're watchful. You got to watch them, okay? In a time of chaos, catastrophe, violence, eruption, they are calm, cool, and collective. That is fucking scary. Why? Because it's probably like they've been there before. It ain't their first freaking rodeo. Now, can you learn to be extremely dangerous? Yeah, you can be trained to be extremely dangerous. You can be exposed to violence over and over and over and over and over again until it becomes part of you, unfortunately. Now, can the good guys become bad guys? Yes. Can the bad guys become good guys? Yeah. But that's not what we're talking about here. Working in a prison, you have a variety of inmates, man. The loud ones that say on dead homies, they just making a scene, man. Every time we put hands on those dudes, per policy, next words immediately out of their mouth were, oh, excessive use of force, right? To me, that's not dangerous. That's just a clown show. Knock it off with the fucking clown show, please. Now, the ones that assault out of nowhere, or even if they have a reason and seemed to me that they wanted to be unprovoked, and then they got provoked for whatever reason, whether we had to enforce a rule, a bad move, a cell move, and you could tell they didn't want to be bothered, and we had to bother them. My bad, man. My bad, G. This is going to go only one of two ways, man, and it is going to fucking suck for all of us. It's going to suck, right? Because it's not pleasant. Violence is not pleasant. What about skill set, Hector? Skill set. Is an MMA fighter dangerous? Well, they're dangerous in the fact that they have the ability and the skill set to dish out punches and kicks and chokes. But skill set in this caveat is not really my angle here. I'm talking about the one where that fucking mind operates. That mind operates in, do not fuck with me. Do not fuck with me, or there's going to be hell to pay, right? John Rambo, he was a good guy. He didn't want to be bothered. They will calmly tell you, calmly, hopefully, a warning. Um, don't do that, right? Don't do that. Because they know that with it will become out of their ability at some point. Do some people black out and have rages? Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. Do they get superhuman strength? Yeah. Yeah. What about people under substances, controlled substances, drugs? Those people are also dangerous, right? So if you work in a prison, if you're out on the streets with your family, you gotta watch out for those fucking quiet ones, man. And I say that because 5 minutes in, I've interviewed two youngsters, man, former law enforcement dudes on my channel, Hector Bravo Unhinged. Make sure you type that into the YouTube and subscribe. These guys were young, but I can read people. Dude, I can read people. You're going to see the episodes, right? One's already up on the Patron. You can see their demeanor, man. They're freaking quiet, but that's the type of dudes I would like to have on my side, right? And as a supervisor, a lieutenant, as a sergeant, when I worked in the prison system, I surrounded myself with young cops like that. Not the hot chicks, man. They were useless to me. I always used to say too, I'd rather have fucking 10 soldiers on my yard than a fucking hot chick. What's that gonna do for me? This is a prison. Thank you very much. And I could think back to this white boy, youngster. Shout out to him. Used to work at Calipat. He was on the CRT team. Lanky, skinny too, man. These guys are lanky. It doesn't, like I said, you ain't gotta be big, buff, blasted, steroided out. These motherfuckers just have it in them. Why? Because when shit hits the fan, I remember, I'll give you an example. That guy, right? I'm not gonna say his name, but shout out to him. Good dude. There was a staff assault on Charlie Yard, RJD. I wasn't there, right? I wasn't there. And word travels. And I was just talking to a lieutenant. He's no longer a lieutenant. He's a parole agent. And he's like, hey, that dude right there, that fucking youngster, that motherfucker's solid, right? And he tells me what happens, right? He tells me what happens. And he tells me there was a staff assault, legitimate, right? And that this little fucking dude came out of nowhere and was just cracking him. Bah! He's like, all you can hear, dude, was... And it kind of put a smirk on my face, like, yeah, I need that, right? I need that. I'm gonna need him. So, why? Because it's prison. Do I condone violence? Absolutely not. Do I wish there was 0 staff assaults every day at prison? 100%. But the reality of it is, there is staff assaults. The reality of it is, you can get fucked up. You can get killed. So you probably need some partners that can hold their own or help you out in the time of need, right? So not all youngsters are... Not all youngsters are fucking worthless baristas, man. We see you guys. We see you little fucking torpedoes. And again, don't be an idiot. Control it. Control the chaos. Control the violence. When it's go time is go time. When you get that green light, that means go. Green light means go. Everybody knows that. When the light turns red, it means stop. It's that fucking easy. Young. Lanky. But they have that fucking mindset. That mindset, I'm going to fucking smash whoever gets a fuck in my way. And they are not boisterous. And they're not disrespectful. They're extremely respectful. And again, I say quiet, right? They don't bother nobody. But when it's fucking go time, it's go time. 9 minutes into it, I think you got the fucking backstory, man. You see the people with tattoos on their face. At one point in time, I used to think, oh, that guy has tattoos on his face. He's dangerous. Why would he do that? But it almost seems like it's a fucking common thing now. Like, hipsters have it. No disrespect to anybody. But I'm just saying, you're not going to be able to observe anybody by their physical appearance and think, oh, this dude is with it and this dude is not with it. That's another thing. They don't have a type, shape, size, form. I don't really think I've ever seen too many fat people dangerous. I haven't seen nobody fucking fat. I haven't really seen fat dangerous people now that I'm on the subject. Reason being is because somebody that's dangerous understands the physical ability and fitness that needs to go into the body to be able to perform accordingly in the time of need. To me, it's easy. I could see it. I'm kind of having a hard time explaining it to you guys. Nah, Hector, we see it. We see it too. I know this little youngster. I know this fucking guy is quiet as fuck. I would not want to vote. What about my Marine buddy? What about my Marine buddy at Centinela State Prison? He was in Fallujah. He shot some motherfuckers with a saw. He's a SEAL. In Fallujah. Killed him. Motherfucker doesn't even say words. Motherfucker doesn't talk. But he's a killer. He's a fucking killer, right? Straight up. I remember a sergeant said one time to me, "Hey, what's up with your friend over there?" I'm like, "What's wrong with him?" "Nothing's wrong with him." He's like, "Bro, every time there's a stabbing here on Charlie Art, level 4 GP, he's like, every time there's a stabbing, that fool has this look in his eyes like he wants to take the knife away from the inmates and show them how to do it." I was like, yeah, that's not a disrespect. He's just a character of people. Some people are just out there. Is it bad? No, we need those motherfuckers on our side. On our sides, you see, it doesn't matter whether you're a good guy or a bad guy. Are there bad, dangerous people? Yes, I've already alluded to that. With that, you understand why I don't engage in road rage? I don't want to come across the wrong dude. You understand why I don't disrespect people? I don't want to come across the wrong dude. You understand why I survived this long? Because I've navigated the waters, the shark-infested waters, right? And I'm saying good standings, right? I didn't go out backwards. I didn't flip on anybody. I didn't fucking do any shady shit. I didn't cowardly retreat. Nothing, no funny business, right? I just had enough, man. I just had enough. With that, this episode was sponsored by the following patrons. Plan Operations, because custody needs heroes too. Jolene, Justina, Casas, It Is What It Is, Third Watch Desert Warriors, James, Deb, Be All You Can Be, Luis, Miguel, The Real Chit, XM Law, MC Counselor, Manuel, Lena, Jeremy, Frank, Roberto, Lilybud 209, John Wick, Abuelita's Journey, Abuelita's Irma, Rodrigo, Keep Pushing Forward, Giant Manhattan Pizza in Anaheim. Go check them out. All you pedophiles pretending to be gangsters. 602 me, I don't give a F. 89 made me. You're a long way from Starbucks, homie. Ali, Terry, Ramiro, De Leon, The Hound, Miss R, Milkers, Danners on My Feet, La Primera Play at Your Own Risk 209, Theo, A-Rod 310, Chris, Lisiak, Nisi B. I don't know, I'm not the regular. Brian, the Lone Specialist, Big, Shags, the Westminster, Pachanga 209, Darlene from Santa Ana, F Your Mandates, Write Me Up, VSP Eddie, Sabatino, Earth, Blood, Operator, Elba Berto, Mercenary Mindset, Any Reason I Can't Hold You, Fontaine, Dixon, McCrary, Program Time, Carnalito, Treatment Not Time, Enforce Fit, My Outdoor Activity, Gigi, Vinny Todavía Me La Pela, Santa Barbara County, Brother Matt at stateissuedcollection.com. Shut the F up and make it wink. A la verga 760. Miss Rod, G Ride, Vote Newscom out. The Prison Psychologist, Forte 84. Zeus, Michigan Wolverines. What about Butterbean, Hector? What about Butterbean? What about Butterbean? I have an 8-hour chrono. Put me out 6 self. AWOL like Monty. One Bad Yard Battle. Cherokee Cat. The Big Bad Wolf. Raider 62. L. Eli Gerardo. Rigo West. Deep Pelon 1205. Who's doing the pipe? Denise. The real McCoy, not the fake McCoy. JB Smooth, the Pogan a six-pack. CO, calls the sergeant. I need to get my KOPs. Ricardo, Maladjusted, Ragtoss 5.0, Carmine the Pitbull, CJ Zavalza, EOP Whisper, F your 602, Viva México, cabrones. Despensa en la tira. Saca la chanata y pásame su chon chon. La Reina, sign the doc notice and get the fuck out. God, my boy's out of control. My boy has lost his mind. He's out of control. Sign the doc notice and get the fuck out. Winston, El Skid, the OG Hobie Cat, Lead with Love, Albert 12 on the dead homie. Lieutenant keeps it 100. Big Uso, DJI, onto page number 3. Esquiel, Nova, Linda, the retired CO, Marius, Robert, Chevelle 66. Hey girl, pop me up so I can give you some OJT. Starve the ego, feed the soul. And the homie Rags. If you have not already signed up for that Patreon, make sure you hit that link in the description below. You're definitely missing out. I love you guys. Stay safe. Respect everybody. 2025, we're bringing it back, man. We're bringing it back, right? My first year on YouTube, it was a learning curve, learning process. How to learn how to upload videos, edit videos. My second year, finding my way. My third year, I ain't saying I got this shit, but I feel pretty comfortable. Love you guys. Keep pushing forward.